your health overall can suffer if you stay that lean for too long. What is up, everybody? It's Aaron Collins, and today we are going to be reacting to Casey Kelly, a fitness influencer, and his bodybuilding prep workout. We're going to be breaking it down, seeing if it's good, if it's not good, what I think, what you should do, what he should do. And before we get into this, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment for the algorithm. All right? So, let's get into this. All right, Casey Kelly, what do you got for us?
So without further ado, let's go hit our last upper body day, full upper body day of this bodybuilding prep. We got leg day tomorrow, then we got a rest day on Sunday, and then it's peak week again, so it's not real workouts. Let's go absolutely crush this workout. We are in a winner's mindset, baby, and that's exactly what you have to do. Remember, I am not special, I am just consistent, and this is proof of that. Let's go kill this workout, baby.
All right, before we see his workout, I just want to say something, just kind of echo what he said. He said he's not special, he's just consistent. And when you're trying to build muscle, or when you're trying to get healthy, or you're trying to start a healthy lifestyle, or you're trying to get into fitness, it's all about consistency. Yes, some days you might not feel like doing it, but it's about being consistent. And that's the same thing with anything or any aspect of life. If you're trying to build a relationship with God, it's about consistency. It's about setting a time aside, an appointment time, to try and find that time that you spend in God's Word, in prayer, finding that consistent pattern. And that consistent pattern is what is going to build a relationship. That consistency in the gym is what's going to build muscle. That consistency running or doing any form of cardio is what's going to build that cardiovascular endurance. It's what's going to build your aerobic capacity, your ability to do more work, your ability to be more fit, more healthy, to recover quicker, to live a more quality-based life. It's all about consistency. It's not about being special, because we are all born, in this, we all are human. We all are born in this flesh that's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But if we are consistent, we can see the results of consistency. All right, let's get into the workout. It's full upper body. Let's see how it goes. That's a warm-up set, so I saw him. He just slowed down his eccentrics. Okay, working up in weight there. He definitely slowed down eccentric movement, which is good. So lowering the weight, he's coming down nice and slow. That's what I like to see. Maybe you could go a little bit further down. Oh, there he is, all the way down, he's pausing. Yep, that's a good rep. And he is really pushing it to the max here. Now, see, okay, 1 second. So when he was finished with that set, he kind of dropped the weight. That can be a recipe for injury. So when he was finished with that set and he couldn't finish that rep, he should have lowered the weight down a little bit slower. That would have been a little bit safer, and he would have got a little bit more hypertrophic response if he would have lowered that last rep a little bit slower and avoided any risk of injury there. But overall, good set with the chest press. All right, we're doing some cable flies now. Going slow on the eccentric. A little bit of a pause at the back. And I really think that the vocal effects, the sound effects are necessary. If you're not working hard, you're probably not grunting like that. Very, very good. So here we're doing rows with a row machine. And I really think machines are a great tool to help build muscle. And you can really overload the muscle and avoid risk of injury using machines. Here he's going very slow again on the eccentric, lowering the weight. I like to see that. Here we're doing a pull down. So he did 2 rows, 2 chest, two chest, 2 back. Once again, noise necessary. If you heard me when I worked out, it's exactly how I sound. Oh, right there again, see that last rep? He kind of let the weight down a lot slower than his working reps. So make sure when you do your last rep, it's very hard when you're that fatigued and that exhausted to be able to control the weight and don't let the weight control you, but you control it even to the last rep. And if you can't finish the rep, make sure that you stay under tension. Go slowly to lower that weight. You're going to avoid the risk of injury, and you're also going to stimulate a hypertrophic response, which is increased muscle size. All right, here we got some shoulders. And as you can see, this guy Casey is shredded right now. Like, you can see the striations, you can see the muscles. He is clearly in the midst of prepping for a bodybuilding show, so he is very lean. So once again, he lowered that weight a little more fast than I would have liked to have seen him lower it. And here he's doing a little bit of posing. But yeah, so make sure on your last rep, whenever it's hard, whenever it's fatiguing, lower that weight slowly. Also, what was I gonna say? Yeah, let's get back into it. Yeah, so when you're this lean, you are lacking in energy. So he is bringing a lot of energy to this workout, even though he is very lean. He probably doesn't have a lot of energy stores. His glycogen levels are depleted in his muscles. So this is very crucial time to make sure that you are training smartly and you're not trying to go too heavy, and because this is when you could injure yourself, when you're not sleeping well because you're too lean and your energy levels are low. So using machines is a great tool to continue to maintain muscle or build muscle whenever you are energy depleted in such low caloric daily intake that, yeah, I think doing the machines is a great idea for Casey here in this instance. And you can build a great, muscular frame just by using machines. And some people get too hung up on this functional strength aspect of training and thinking that machines aren't good because you're not using your core stabilizing muscles, and which that's the case. And core stabilizing, strengthening your core stabilizer muscles is very important for just activities of daily living, people, for the general population. But when you start saying that these exercises are inferior to these exercises, and if you can't do these, you shouldn't be doing machines, you should only be doing compound, barbell, free weight exercises, then you discourage people from getting started or trying to start an exercise program. And there's some people that have had injuries in their lives, and they need to overcome those injuries by starting off with machines that give them less risk of injury, and they can get started and get motivated to get in the gym. And machine work has shown there's great studies and great evidence that machines can build significant amount of muscle, and just having that muscle is going to be beneficial to your everyday living. So when you hear people discouraging people about using machines over barbells or free weights, don't listen to that. Just do what you can safely in an effective manner to build muscle, to build bone density, to have a healthier, better quality life. Don't worry about what this person says, this is better than this thing or whatever. Just do it. Just get in there, do whatever you can. Doesn't matter what it is, any type of movement. But yeah, getting in there. As far as this upper body program, I think it's a great upper body program so far. Let's see what else he gets into. All right, the man is looking peeled. You can see the vascularity, you can see the striations. He is, getting ready to step on stage. With this close camera angle, he's looking pretty jacked. Once again, noise necessary. I like the slow, controlled lowering of the weight here, doing some partial repetitions. Oh, okay, he went for another rep. See, once again, that last rep, he doesn't control that tension, just drops it. And it's a very hard thing to control whenever you're that fatigued, but I'm here to remind you, even to the last rep, and those end range partials, some people will give them crap, oh, those reps don't count. They don't count in the number of reps performed, but they count in the hypertrophic stimulus that occurred to the muscle, because there's still that overloading of the muscle fibers, and that mechanical response is to adapt so that you can handle the load. And there's a lot of great studies out there that show that at the end range of the stretch in any movement during an exercise, partial repetitions can cause great amount of hypertrophy, if not more than full range of motion exercises. Just being that mechanical tension at that stretch position, whether it's a biceps curl all the way, because the stretch position for the biceps curl, you're actually going to come back and you're going to rotate your arm back, and that's going to be the full stretch of that biceps. So using machines, you're going to have that constant tension. If you're going to use cables, that constant tension, when you're using dumbbells, unless you're on an incline or whatever, you got gravity that at certain angles of the motion, you're not really getting as much resistance. But if you have a cable, there's the same amount of resistance through the full range of motion, and that full stretch for the biceps, you're going to come back, rotate that arm, and that's going to be that full stretch, and then you're going to come up as far as you can. And if you can't come up all the way because it's too hard, just get that end range position and try even more and lower it slowly, and you're going to get the biggest bang for your buck in that end range partial. Okay, here we go. We got some bicep curls. Lowering it down nice and slow. He is grinding through each and every rep. He's really fighting it. Come down slow, slow, slow. There we go, yep. Come on, come on. That was a good rep. Okay, so the preacher curl machine, I like it. It's a great exercise. Like I said, you're not going to get as much of the stretch of the biceps coming up here in front of your body. You need to go behind your body. And if you can isolate it that way, you're going to get a lot more stretch at the end range stretch, and that's going to elicit an even greater hypertrophic response. So not a bad exercise, not the choice that I would have made doing my last upper body workout for a bodybuilding show, but I've never been in a bodybuilding show. Kudos to Casey, because this is his second bodybuilding show, or he might have just done one and he's going to do another one back to back because he's already in condition and it kind of worked that way for him. So kudos to him for stepping on stage. It's a lot of work, mentally, physically taxing, to be able to diet down to single digit body fat. It's not the healthiest thing to do, a bodybuilding show. People think that you're in the visual aesthetic of being healthy are these bodybuilders. But in all reality, in actual reality, they are depleted. They are not healthy to be that lean. There's a balance in life, and to be that lean, yes, I mean, it's a sport, so they're training for their sport, and that's what the sport calls for. So you don't want to be that lean for that long, because that can do all kinds of damage to your hormone levels, just sleep. Your health overall can suffer if you stay that lean for too long. But okay, so we're on to overhead tricep extensions. Great exercise for hypertrophy in the triceps, because you're getting your biggest stretch when your arms are above your head and you're coming down and you're going up. So great exercise. Let's see how he does with these. Coming down nice and slow. Good. Getting a good stretch at the bottom. I'd like to see even more of a pause and even slower on the eccentric. Okay, that was a hard grind one. A little bit slower, a little bit more of a pause at the bottom. Oh, yep, see? A little bit too fast on that last rep, lowering it down. Remember, always keep tension, always control the weight, and you're going to get the biggest bang for your buck, and you're going to reduce the risk of injury. And I think that might be his last exercise. Okay, he's gonna do some posing, and you can see that he is jacked and shredded from those angles. But yeah, so that is it. That is Casey Kelly's upper body workout while prepping for a bodybuilding show. And that is a pretty good workout. I am not gonna lie, I liked all the exercises that he chose to do. I think maybe it might have been a tad overkill. I don't know if he's definitely not trying to build muscle right now, because he already went through a bulk. He's going through a cut to get lean. So he's trying to basically maintain the muscle that he has built in his bulking season or in his off season, which is trying to get up to a healthy body fat and then gain muscle from there. So right now he's at an unhealthy low body fat percentage. So he's just trying to maintain the muscle that he has. When he goes to his bodybuilding show, he can reveal that muscle to the judges. So I think what I would have done maybe just a little bit differently for an upper body workout is I only would have done one chest exercise, one or two back exercises, one shoulder exercise like he did, and the bicep and the tricep. Because you really only need one set per muscle group to be able, one really hard set per muscle group to be able to maintain or even possibly build muscle. And since he's such in a low state of energy and he doesn't have a lot of energy stores or reserves as far as muscle glycogen and body fat, he wants to conserve energy at this point. And I think overdoing it on the volume aspect might be setting him up for over fatiguing. And at that point, I think just did a little bit maybe too much volume for this training session for leading up to a bodybuilding show. But other than that, I thought it was a great workout. Once again, slow those eccentrics down, even to the last rep, even if it's a partial rep, keep that tension there. It's gonna help increase muscle size and reduce the risk of injury. And don't be afraid to use machines. Machines are a great tool to build muscle. Once again, it's Aaron Collins. I am a certified strength and conditioning specialist. I have a bachelor's in exercise science. I'm a physical therapy assistant. And I just love Jesus. I love exercise. I love music. And until the next video, that's it. I'm out. Oh, before I forget, go ahead and DM me and you cop your AKM hat. AKM, always kingdom motivated, always keep moving. Motion is lotion, baby. Aaron Collins Music. I got hats, I got shirts, and still to come, we're gonna have fitness programs, nutrition guides, and all that. So hit up your boy. Once again, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment for the algorithm. Love you guys. Peace.